Hello everybody, today we're going to be talking about a Detroit police officer that crossed the blue line and got caught stealing shoes from his own coworkers. He turned a police station into a 5-finger discount on name brand shoes. Before we get into the story, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 600 subscribers. Thank you. A Detroit police officer was charged for allegedly stealing multiple shoes from other police officers. Officer James Clark Davis III is accused of stealing multiple pairs of his fellow officers' sneakers from their shared locker room at the Detroit Police Department Downtown Services location in the 20 block of Atwater Street between September 4th, 2024 and January 9th, 2025. He was treating the police locker room like a Black Friday sale. This guy was solving crimes by day and committing sneaker heists by night. Truly the Batman of bad decisions.
I'm Batman.
What the hell?
You ran a red light. You're gonna apologize to it.
Davis was charged with 3 counts of larceny in a building and 1 count of receiving and concealing stolen property. The wildest part, though, he got hit with 3 counts of larceny, but only 1 count of receiving and concealing stolen property. Who was he receiving the shoes from? Himself? This man ran a one-man crime ring against his own boys. He was arraigned Thursday morning and was given a $25,000 personal bond. He was ordered no contact and the victims. He is scheduled to return to court on April 8th for a probable cause conference. My first thought is, what kind of shoes is he going to come to court in? Is he just going to show up in black Air Forces? Because that's the kind of energy he's giving off right now.
How tough are you?
The next thing I want to talk about is his own chief of police talking directly to the news about how he got caught.
There is a suspected shoe bandit afoot, and Detroit police didn't have to go far to catch him.
Kind of a bizarre story. Fox News' Lauren Edwards has more on a police officer accused of having sticky fingers.
It is different, and when it's brought to our attention, any type of crime or anything, we investigate.
Detroit police with a case like no other. Chief Todd Bettison says a member of the department has been accused of stealing other police officers' shoes.
Over at the 3rd precinct in the locker room, just like any typical locker room, our officers, tend not to put their shoes in their lockers. It's outside the lockers, or it could be some other things as well. And so shoes were coming up missing.
Detroit police.
As a person who goes to the gym, I put my sneakers inside of my locker. Is that just me? Do people really do that? I've seen people keep their shoes outside of the locker just to like air them out. Like a nice pair of Dunks. Why would you keep those outside, or Air Jordans or anything like that? Those go away, put away, safety. As a police officer, you should have known that from the get. Why would you trust anybody? You should know you can't even trust people in your own department. Have they never seen TV before?
Say between September 2024 to January 2025, 27-year-old officer James Clark Davis III allegedly stole multiple pairs of sneakers from fellow officers at DPD's Atwater Street location.
We did typically utilize an AirTag or other device. We planted a pair of shoes over there and put it in the shoes. The shoes came up missing. Ultimately, the shoes ended up at Officer Davis's house.
Police got a search warrant, entered his home, and found the missing shoes. Thursday, Davis.
The fact that he's a working police officer and he got caught doing that, they planted those shoes. They knew exactly what kind of shoes he was probably stealing. They probably got a nice pair of Nikes, a nice pair of Jordans, put the air tag right under the sole or inside of the sole, waited for him to steal them, and they just showed up at his crib. They knew it was somebody in the department. There's no other person that could have been stealing these shoes. It either had to be somebody working in the department as a police officer or somebody working in the department as a cleaner, like a janitor or something. That was the only way. There's no hidden sneaker raccoon stealing shoes while nobody's looking. That's not how shit works. This isn't Gravity Falls, bro.
Fight! 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 Big fights! TV, it knows what I want.
There's obviously somebody stealing the shoes. He should have known better. Like, do they not teach you these things? They obviously have the equipment to catch your ass. You're dumb. You're dumb as shit.
Davis was arraigned on 3 counts of larceny in a building and 1 count of receiving and concealing stolen property, $200 to $1,000.
It's really a sad day. I know him, and so I just want Officer Davis to get the help that he needs. Of course, he's going to have to, just like anybody else, go through the criminal justice process.
The chief says Officer Davis also resigned Thursday, but emphasizes that police are not above the law.
We're going to keep on holding our own accountable, just like we'll hold the community accountable for when when folks are stealing or any other type crimes.
We're hearing some of the shoes that were taken were Nikes and other high-priced sneakers. As for Davis, his probable cause is scheduled for April 8th. His prelim is a week after that. Reporting here in Detroit, Lauren Edwards on The Edge.
So just some closing thoughts. You should always put your shoes in your locker, especially if they're expensive. Find some space for that. If you came to work in a car, maybe put your expensive shoes in your car. I used to do that when I worked at Macy's because I had nice sneakers and I knew people were stealing at Macy's because no place is really safe, to be honest with you. That's why they have like an internal police department where they check on their own police officers. They know for a fact there's officers breaking the law in their own department. What makes you think your shoes is safe? What makes you think anything is safe? We know for a fact if you work at any place where you share a fridge, food gets stolen out the goddamn fridge. What makes you think they're not gonna steal your shoes? That I feel like it's common sense, but you know what they say, common sense isn't common. So that's the story of the police locker room shoe burglar. What are your thoughts on this? Have you ever gotten your shoes stolen before? Has anything ever gotten stolen from you in a common area before? Like a locker room or a bathroom or a shared space like that? Thank you for watching the video. See you on the next one. Have a great day. Peace.